The show must go on. Or should it? It's a phrase we've all heard, echoing through the halls of theaters and whispered backstage before the curtain rises. But what does it really mean when the stakes are higher than just a missed line or a forgotten cue? For most, a job is just a job. It's clocking in, doing your work, and heading home at the end of the day. The risks are minimal, the routine predictable. But for some, work means stepping into the spotlight. Literally. It means performing for thousands, day after day, under hot lights, keeping up the illusion of magic. Every smile, every leap, every perfectly timed stunt is part of a carefully crafted fantasy. Some jobs are all about make-believe, until reality crashes in. The line between fiction and fact can blur in an instant, and the consequences can be all too real. At Disney's Hollywood Studios, the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular is a decades-old tradition. It's a show that's thrilled millions, blending movie magic with live-action danger. Families pack the amphitheater, buzzing with excitement, ready for adventure. For many, it's a highlight of their visit, a chance to see their favorite hero in action. They expect to see Indy dodge danger and escape a rolling boulder, just like in the movies. The suspense, the laughter, the gasps, it's all part of the experience. But sometimes, the danger isn't just pretend. Props can malfunction, stunts can go wrong, and the illusion of safety can shatter in a heartbeat. On December 30th, 2025, the line between performance and reality vanished. What was supposed to be another thrilling show turned into a moment no one could have predicted. A massive prop broke free, and a cast member stood in its path. In a split second, the carefully choreographed routine became a real emergency. Behind every dazzling stunt, there are real people doing risky work. They train for months, sometimes years, to make the impossible look effortless. On this day, the job became more dangerous than anyone imagined. Emergency responders rushed in, and the cast and crew faced a reality far removed from the script. When does the show stop? And when does the real world take over? For the audience, confusion and concern replaced excitement. This isn't a story about a movie. It's about the people who risk everything to bring those stories to life, and what happens when the unexpected takes center stage. It's about what happens when the script gets ripped up in real life, when the plan falls apart, and instinct takes over. The show must go on, until it can't. Sometimes the bravest choice is to stop, to put safety before spectacle. Sometimes, survival matters more than spectacle. The applause can wait, lives cannot. Even in the most magical place on Earth, the jobs can get dirty and deadly. The magic is real, but so are the risks. The illusion is only as strong as the people behind it. Their dedication, their courage, and their quick thinking are what keep the magic alive. And sometimes, the real hero isn't the one in the fedora, it's the person who steps in when things go wrong, who puts others first, and who reminds us that behind every show, there's a story worth telling. One where real people matter most. At Disney's Hollywood Studios, the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular isn't just a show, it's a behind-the-scenes look at movie magic. The set mimics a giant film shoot, with directors, crew, and stunt performers everywhere. Audience volunteers become extras, adding laughs and energy. The show recreates iconic scenes from Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indy swinging, fighting, dodging explosions. Every move is choreographed, every fall cushioned, every punch faked. The cast are athletes and experts rehearsing these stunts until they're second nature. The grand finale? Indy's escape from the temple, chased by a massive boulder. It's the moment everyone waits for, the climax that sends the crowd home buzzing. But on this day, the boulder's entrance would be unforgettable for all the wrong reasons. Sometimes, the most thrilling moment is the one no one planned. The boulder is the show's star prop, a 12-foot sphere, engineered to look deadly but designed for safety. Its sheer size and imposing presence are meant to thrill the audience, evoking the iconic movie moment that inspired the entire stunt. But behind the scenes, it's a marvel of stagecraft, built to be both impressive and harmless, at least in theory. It's made of lightweight materials, rolling down a hidden track that controls its every move. The shell is crafted from foam and fiberglass, painted to look like solid stone, but light enough for the crew to maneuver with ease. The hidden track beneath the stage is the secret to its smooth, controlled descent, ensuring the boulder never strays from its path. Unless something goes wrong. The illusion is chaos. The reality is precision. Every cue, every movement is rehearsed countless times. The crew and performers work in perfect sync, transforming a dangerous chase into a carefully orchestrated dance. The stuntman times his run, leaping away just as the boulder thunders past. His escape looks spontaneous, but it's the result of split-second timing and trust in the system. One misstep, and the consequences could be dire. The track is everything. It keeps the danger predictable, the risk managed. Technicians inspect it before every show, making sure every bolt and bracket is secure, every sensor is working. But if the boulder leaves that track, it's no longer a prop, it's a runaway threat. The illusion of control vanishes in an instant, replaced by real peril, hundreds of pounds rolling fast with nothing to stop it. Even lightweight, the boulder's momentum is enough to cause serious harm if it veers off course. All the rehearsals and safety checks mean nothing if the machine fails. The crew's vigilance is constant, but even the best systems can falter under pressure. On the Tuesday, the unthinkable happened. The boulder broke free. In a split second, the line between spectacle and disaster disappeared. The illusion shattered, and the real danger began. The audience gasped, unsure if what they were seeing was part of the act or a genuine emergency. In stunts, predictability is safety. When that's gone, anything can happen. Every performer knows the risks, but nothing prepares you for the moment when control is lost. The audience saw a show. The cast saw a disaster in motion. For a few terrifying moments, everyone held their breath, waiting to see what would happen next. And there was no script for what came next. In live entertainment, sometimes reality is more dramatic and more dangerous than anything you could ever rehearse. The show was running like clockwork, until it wasn't. The boulder, released on cue, suddenly veered off its track. It slammed into a wall, bounced, and became airborne. In seconds, a controlled stunt turned into a real emergency. The massive prop hurtled toward the front rows, the audience gasping in shock. Performers froze, chaos replaced choreography. The boulder's path was now unpredictable. A loose cannon aimed at families. Safety systems failed. Instinct took over. In moments like this, training only goes so far. The show stopped. Survival started. The next seconds would demand real courage, not acting. The illusion was gone. Reality was barreling forward. The cast and crew faced a threat no rehearsal could prepare them for. The difference between a stunt and a disaster is just one broken track. And now, everyone was in the line of fire. As the massive boulder prop unexpectedly tumbled toward the unsuspecting crowd, chaos threatened to erupt. But in that split second, one cast member sprang into action, his instincts kicking in before anyone else could react. He didn't hesitate or run away. He ran directly toward the danger. His every movement fueled by a sense of responsibility for the people in front of him. In a split second, he put himself between the runaway prop and the audience, becoming a living shield. His only thought was to protect the guests, no matter the risk to himself. This wasn't a rehearsed stunt or a scripted moment. It was pure instinct and raw bravery, the kind that can't be taught or faked. He tried desperately to stop the boulder, pushing with everything he had, muscles straining as he fought to slow its momentum. The audience watched in stunned silence, realizing the danger was all too real. But the force was too much for one person. He was knocked down, hard, the boulder's path only slightly altered by his effort. For a moment, it seemed disaster was inevitable. Miraculously, the boulder finally stopped near center stage, its momentum spent. The immediate threat was over, but the shock lingered in the air. The cast member was hurt, bloodied, dazed, but alive. He sat on the stage, catching his breath, the pain etched across his face. Crew members rushed to his side, their concern obvious. The show was over, replaced by a real-life emergency that no one had expected. Viral cell phone footage quickly spread online, showing the aftermath. A real hero, battered but on his feet, refusing to let fear or pain define the moment. He wasn't just playing a hero for the crowd. In that moment, he truly became one, earning the admiration of everyone who witnessed his courage. His quick action may have prevented a tragedy, sparing the audience from harm, and showing what real heroism looks like when it matters most. Sometimes, the dirtiest job is the one you never expect to do, stepping up when everything goes wrong, and doing whatever it takes to keep others safe. The audience saw a man get hurt, but they also saw true courage in action. The applause that followed was filled with gratitude and awe. In that unforgettable moment, the line between fiction and reality disappeared, and the story became something far greater than any script could capture. And as the spotlight found him, a real hero took center stage, reminding us all that sometimes the bravest acts are the ones no one ever plans for. The audience was stunned, one moment cheering, the next in shock. Was it part of the show? The chaos made it clear. This was real. House lights came up, and the show was cancelled. People left quietly, replaying the scene on their phones, trying to process what they'd witnessed. The video spread online, showing the bloody aftermath and the reality behind the magic. For Disney, it was a PR nightmare. Safety, not spectacle, was now the story. News outlets picked up the incident, raising questions about performer safety. The flawless illusion was shattered for everyone in the stands. For those in the audience, it was no longer just a fun memory. It was the day the show went wrong, and a real person paid the price. Disney responded fast, prioritizing the injured cast member and suspending the Boulder stunt. They launched a full investigation, promising safety above all else. The show would only resume when every risk was addressed. Engineers and safety experts examined the prop, the track, and every procedure. Safety is at the heart of what we do. This time, it had to be more than a slogan. The incident put that promise to the test. Disney's quick action showed commitment, but the review would be thorough and public. Only when every question was answered would the stunt return. In live entertainment, safety isn't just a word, it's the bottom line. The show can only go on if everyone can go home safe. Stunt performers are athletes, risking their bodies for our entertainment. They rehearse endlessly, trust their team, and rely on equipment to keep them safe. But risk can never be eliminated, only managed. The Boulder incident is a stark reminder. Behind every illusion is real danger. The hero that day wasn't just an actor, he became a human shield. The audience sees the spectacle, not the daily risks and constant vigilance. These jobs are dirty, tough, and dangerous. The performers deserve not just applause, but respect for the risks they take. We go to theme parks for thrills, but the real price is paid by those on stage. Every show depends on perfect safety. One failure can change everything. This time, a brave man was hurt. It could have been far worse. The lesson: never get complacent with safety, no matter how routine the stunt. Technology ages, parts wear out, and vigilance is non-negotiable. The most important job isn't the show, it's making sure everyone goes home safe. Next time you watch a stunt, remember the skill, training, and courage behind it. Appreciate the unseen crew who make it possible. The magic is wonderful, but safety is everything. The show must go on, only if it can go on safely. No thrill is worth a person's well-being. That's a job that's never worth doing.